We all know them. Public figures, pillars of the community, unimpeachable patriarchs, towering matriarchs, hectoring public intellectuals, gurus who profess empathy even as they castigate and chastise their flock, and anyone who would listen. We all know them, the sadistic prosocial narcissists. My name is Sam Vaknin. I'm the author of Malignant Self-Love, Narcissism Revisited, and a professor of psychology. And I'm here to hector you. What are we talking about? We are talking about unforgiving, sadistic narcissists who masquerade as prosocial, communal, empathic, compassionate, loving, caring, when they are not. Narcissists of all stripes, prosocial narcissists not the least of all, have no inner compass. In Freudian lingo, they have no functioning superego or conscience. They have no guidance, internal navigation system. They don't know what's right and what's wrong, where they are going and why. They are disoriented. And this is why narcissists reach out to other people, reach out to the environment in order to regulate themselves internally. So they outsource their internal regulation. We call this external regulation because the inputs and feedbacks from other people serve to harmonize and stabilize the internal landscape of the narcissist. The narcissist is incapable of doing this by himself or herself, similar to the borderline. And so narcissists are reliant on other people, dependent on other people. Consequently, they're terrified of losing access to other people. Were they to be isolated, were they to be shunned and ostracized, narcissists would fall apart, disintegrate in the absence of fawning and adulating and information and stimuli emanating from other people. The narcissist is nothing, a void, a black hole, howling deep space. There's nothing there, there's nobody there. It's an absence masquerading as a presence, and the person who knows this best is the narcissist. The narcissist resents this dependence on other people. The narcissist hates the fact that he or she cannot survive without other people, that other people's ministrations, other people's reactions, other people's stimuli, other people's information, other people's interactions are the only thing standing between the narcissist and total self-annihilation, total evaporation, total dissipation. The narcissist resents this fact. And so inbuilt into pathological narcissism is an overpowering, all-pervading, all-permeating sense of injustice. The narcissist feels injustice all the time. The narcissist, by his own definition in his own books, is a victim, a sempiternal victim, eternal victim, perpetual victim by virtue of extreme unmitigated dependence on other people, without which and without whom the narcissist cannot survive. The narcissist says to himself, in this hidden monologue that is not accessible to the narcissist's consciousness and awareness, but the inner monologue is, here I am, superior, godlike, omniscient, omnipotent, a genius, drop-dead gorgeous. Here I am, so supreme, and yet so abjectly dependent on other people who are my inferiors, much less than me. This is injustice, and I'm a victim. One of the coping strategies regarding this dissonance between extreme dependence and self-concept as superior. I mean, how can you be superior and dependent at the same time? You can't. So this creates dissonance. This creates an inner conflict. This creates irreconcilable tension. And one of the coping strategies, one of the solutions, is what we call the prosocial or communal narcissist. The prosocial or communal narcissist regards himself or herself as the guardian of morality, the crusader for law and order and structure, a champion of justice and fairness, the upholder of immutable values, an arbiter of aesthetics, a fierce educator, tough love, a beacon of awakening and enlightenment, because the narcissist sees through all falsity and spectacle with the beam of his extreme intelligence and penetrative gaze. The narcissist, the prosocial communal narcissist, has a self-concept as a historical or cosmic change agent, a reformer, a revolutionary, a builder of legacy and empires, a morality player on the side of good versus evil. Only the narcissist is all good. Everyone else is, by definition, evil. This is known as a primitive infantile defense mechanism of splitting. And so the narcissist is the long arm and the reification of God on earth, a kind of ersatz Jesus. He is also an extension of the collective, the long arm of the collective, and the reification, the embodiment, the personification of the will of the collective. It is a grandiose personal relationship with supreme beings, with God, with powerful people, with collectives, with the nation, with history, and so on and so forth. There's this personal one-on-one relationship. And the narcissist is at the center of attention, at the core of happenings. And so the prosocial or communal narcissist resolves this dissonance between dependence and self-imputed superiority by claiming to be engaged in a mission which demands that he adheres or caters to other people, demands that he's in touch with other people. Like the prosocial communal narcissist says, if I had my way, if I had a choice, I would not be reliant or dependent on other people, but the mission demands it, history demands it, my family demands it, values demand it, culture wars demand it, collectives demand it. Without me, things are not going to happen, they're not going to move forward. Without me, everything will deteriorate and degenerate. I'm the last bulwark, I'm the last dam, I'm the last defense against everything that's happening, I'm the firewall. All these self-assigned roles give the narcissist the right to be disciplinarian, strict, harsh, unforgiving, rigid, and aggressive. Aggressive both as an external object, in which case this could easily deteriorate or degenerate into violence, and also aggressive as an introject, an internal object implanted in the minds of other people. This kind of narcissist is highly punitive. Of course, all this is a desperate, pathetic attempt to project an unrelenting and unappeasable inner reality, the usually parental, internalized bed object, the constellation and coalition and congregation of voices inside the narcissist that keep informing the narcissist how ugly and stupid and inadequate he is, how or she is, how they would never measure up to any good, they would accomplish nothing. To quell these voices, to silence them, the narcissist creates an external narrative known as the false self. And in the case of the prosocial and communal narcissist, the external narrative encompasses massive numbers of people. The household, the church, the nation, the political party, you name it. More people, not only the narcissist. In this sense, prosocial and communal narcissism is a first cousin or a close relative of psychosis. Because in psychosis, in psychotic disorders, we have a dynamic, we have a clinical feature known as hyperreflexivity, where the psychotic individual expands outwards and consumes the world, consumes the environment, digests the universe, renders them an integral part of himself or herself. The prosocial and communal narcissist does exactly the same. He or she expands outwards, rendering the world nothing but a playground, an extension, a reflection, a mirroring of the communal prosocial narcissist. The world is just a chessboard, and the communal prosocial narcissist is dictating the rules of the game, the ever-changing rules of the game, enforcing discipline upon the game, and then driving for victory. On behalf of others, of course. This is totally unselfish, claims the prosocial communal narcissist. I'm doing this for your own good. This is tough love. I'm compassionate and caring and loving and empathic. Don't you see? You don't see? Something's wrong with you, of course. Alloplastic defenses.